Hey everyone, it's Cardboard Collector coming to you with another video review. And this round we're going to be doing it on the Super 7 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2003 animated series versions. Um, so growing up, of course I was accustomed. I'd seen the original Turtles, the '80s Turtles cartoon. I'd seen the original movies and stuff. So I have a lot of different versions of the Turtles that I enjoy. But when it comes to a lot of the story and some of the aspects of the shows and stuff, the 2003 show was for me. I was probably about 12, 13 at the time, or just turned 13. And the show itself was amazing. It was a little bit darker, a little bit more serious. I mean, there was some light moments and stuff in there, and just general cartoon, but it was a little bit more serious. It was around that time where I feel like a lot of cartoons started getting just a little bit more serious with certain aspects of stuff. I mean, and this one, to me, gave us the best iteration of like the Shredder. I know that a lot of people didn't like it. Oh, he was an alien. Blah blah blah. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, but it was the fact of how just generally like bad he was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, dude was just like, complete with it. Like, fighting skills were amazing. Like, I mean, he was whooping everybody's butt. I mean, I don't know, it was just the story and everything. It was good. It was really, really good. And it was so good they even did like a movie, like Turtles Forever or something, I think that's what it's called, which focused around these meeting up with the original cartoon Turtles. And then, spoiler alert again, but because they got brought into the dimension with these turtles, and it was the Utron Shredder, the Shredder from the 2003 Turtles, that like came back and was like trying to just erase all realities of the turtles. So I mean, if they don't prove like he's like the ultimate Shredder, I don't know what does. But anyways, that's a big tangent off to the side there. So let's get into the meat right here. Let's get into the meat of the video. So we're focusing on these Super 7 Turtles here. So what I'm going to do is all the articulation is pretty much the same, as far as, because there's really no midsection kind of articulation or everything that would make it different from Leonardo to like Michelangelo or the rest of them. So I'm just going to show you all the articulation stuff on Leonardo, and just we'll kind of go from there into the accessories. So we got a lot to go through, so let's just go ahead and jump into it. As you can see, they're all beautiful figures. I mean, they look really good. They got the different shade colors. The only thing that I'm not 100% sure of is the turtle shell color. All of them have this kind of green color. I can't remember if they had that in the cartoon. That's the only problem. I think I can't remember. Everything else looks pretty accurate. They look a little chunky, though. I don't know why. To me, they look just a little chunky, but I think they look like that a little bit in the show. I don't know if it was quite like this, but, regardless, they still look pretty good. And I think that they look really good. Like I said, 2003 is some of my favorites. And the only other versions we had of these were the original figures that came out. So, as you can see, everything looks really good. No kind of paint defects that I can see. Nice plastics. I know Super 7's had their time here lately, but you got rubber, like the rubber knee pads and stuff, and you got the kind of like a little bit. It's kind of like a harder rubber up here at the elbow pads, but yeah, overall, everything looks really good. My Leonardo, his knee pad right here is moving, and I don't believe it's supposed to. Nope. It's not. It looks like mine came undone or something, so I'll have to fix that. Anyways, so let's get into articulation here. So starting off, you have a ball joint head, which is really tight. They can look up about that far. They can look down about that far, and this is going to be the same for all of them. They can side to side, crack that neck. Arms can go into a little bit of a, come on, Leah. Like kind of a Y pose, a little bit past T. Just a little bit, not by much, but pretty much T. It's always trying to do a Y, but not quite. You do not have any butterfly joints in these. You do have bicep articulation, which is really tight too. Double jointed elbows. Oh, my lord, this thing is. Oh, nope. pulled his hand off. Yeah, my figures are really tight. So when you get yours, just be very careful. I'm trying to do the best I can to show y'all. There we go. Double jointed elbows here. And the bands hide everything pretty good. You do have rotation because of the peg right there. And then you do have a hinge in the hand there where you can move it back and forth and stuff. Okay, so there is no kind of waist articulation. There is. I don't think there is. All right. So there is no waist articulation, but there's this weird hip movement in here. As you can see, the hips kind of move back and forth in the shell, shuffle like that. And then so it kind of helps balance stuff, I guess. You do have some leg articulation. They can go out to the side, so you can get you a ninja split there. They do go up about that far. They go back about that far because the shell, it will be hindering that a little bit. You have upper thigh swivel or upper thigh rotation there. The knees are double jointed, so you can bend them pretty good far back there, pretty good ways. Then the foot here, you can bring it. Oh my gosh. Bring it down about that far. Bring it. Dang, that's stiff. I didn't realize how stiff they were until I started messing with them here. Go up about that far. You do have ankle pivot there. And then there's no toe articulation. And like I said, that is the same articulation across the board for these guys. They are all the same. So let's get Leo kind of standing back here. Ooh. Standing back here. Raph just wanted to take a dive there. There you go. Alright, so we're just going to get Leo standing right here. And then let's move into the accessories. So as far as accessories, now I pre-ordered mine straight from Super7 last year when they announced it, or when they had the pre-orders go up. So if you pre-ordered all 4 of them at one time, I'm going to start with these accessories first. You got these special heads, one for each of them. So we'll start with Raph and Leonardo. These are the 2 special heads that you got if you pre-ordered. Just more animated expressions, which all these are different than the ones that they came with. And then here is the Donatello and the Michelangelo. And I just noticed my Donatello has some paint flaking there, which is kind of a bummer. Oh well. Another bummer. So going to our the other heads, starting with Leonardo. The other bummer is this is the alternate head sculpt for Leo for this one. My peg and package was broke. It was broke. This bandana was broken off before I even got a chance to really open it. So that's kind of sucks. Might see if I can get a replacement or something. I don't know, but yeah, that kind of sucked a little bit. But this is the other head sculpt for Leo. Each of the turtles have the same hands and certain accessories. So I'm gonna go ahead and just show, like I said, Leonardo's. These are the hands. Every turtle comes with these hands, these open palm kind of hands, and then there's these closed fist hands. Like I said, every single one of them comes with these in their respective color. Another thing that all 4 of them come with is the shell foam, which I think looks really cool. Looks just like the cartoon. And then so the last thing for Leonardo would be the katanas. And they did a really good job with these. I like the way they look. I mean, it's that flat kind of grayish looking silver, but it looks really good. Yeah. So let's move on to Donatello next. So Donatello's alternate head sculpt is this right here. And it's got a Got a different kind of bandana, a little bit different wave. Each bandana is a little different for the turtle. From the ones I got on now are kind of like, you know, flat going over the shell. Next we have his bow staff. Looking really good. I like that purple wrap. I mean, the wraps with the colors are just like they were in the show. And then last, he gets a pair of like these goggles right here. And that's along with all the alternate hands and stuff like that. Next, let's do Raph. So this is Raph's alternate head. I just noticed this one's got some paint flake in there. Oh, nope. That came off. Thank God. I don't know what that was. Might need to check my other one. But that's his alternate head there. Let me just make sure that whatever that is. Nope, that's paint flake on my Donatello. Well, that sucks. Alright, anyways, back to Raph. So the only other thing he comes with besides his hands is these size. And they look really good. And that's it for Raph. Raph and Leonardo kind of got shafted when it came to accessories. Because Donatello got, you know, at least the goggles and stuff. But then Michelangelo is the one that comes really with the most. So here's Michelangelo's alternate head sculpt. His laughing kind of face. And then he has his nunchucks, which look really good. I have a metal chain attaching them. So that's really cool. And then he comes with these nunchuck, with these like spinning effects, kind of like the Mafex one does. And that looks really good. And I think you unplug one side of the other nunchucks, and you can plug that into here and have like one side of it giving the spinning effect. So that's really cool. He came with some effects, and like I said, the Donatello came with goggles. So it's like, yeah, Raph and Leo kind of got, you know, I feel like they got a little bit left out there, but I don't know. Anyways, so with the weapon storage, I forgot to mention that. You can see Leo has his sheath there for his sword. Donatello has like a little spot for his bow staff to go in there. And then not Leonardo, but Michelangelo and Raph don't really have any storage. I think they're just kind of tucked inside the shell on the sides right here. And that's kind of what they did on the cartoon. There's no spot to really put them otherwise. You just got to kind of find a good spot. Like right on him, I think it'd be like right here. There's like a gap in the shell. I think you could put the you could put his nunchucks. And then Raph's kind of got the same gap right here. Oh, there goes Leo. But if you can, I think there's a little bit of looseness here. I think you can get them into that spot right there for Raph. All right, let's pick Leo back up. All right, so we're going to get into the size comparisons or just comparisons now. So first up, I think the one that everybody wants to see is how they stack up to the Mezco Ninja Turtles. So here's my Leonardo for that. Sorry. Trying to get him adjusted there. So here's well, come on, Leo, stand. Don't have any problems when I'm doing pictures, but as soon as I'm on camera trying to do something, it's like all hell just breaks loose. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry guys. There we go. Alright, so there's with Leo there. So you can see the Super 7 ones are taller. But I mean, and they're supposed to be more anime looking, given that cartoon look. So yeah, they're gonna look a lot different than the Mezco ones, but I still think overall the Mezco ones are probably the superior turtles, regardless of anything. I mean, everybody has their opinion, but in my opinion, I really do feel like the Mezco have the superior turtles overall. And then here he is with the Mezco Casey Jones here. So you can kind of see all them together. I don't have any other versions of my turtles. Once I got the Mezco ones, I kind of got rid of everything else. I didn't need them anymore. So, and I used to have a lot of the NECA ones and everything. So, you know, unfortunately, I don't have any of that anymore. Next comparison here is one of my latest reviews here. Here is the Maximum Series Hulk. So you can see how they scale each other. All big green power here. All green brethren of the same cloth. So there's the Hulk there. Other comparisons. I'm a little ill prepared here. Here is a Muff Toys. I mean, because you never know. You never know who might, show up in these worlds here. Here is the Muff Toys. Muff Toys James Bond there. Because you never know who shows up in that world. You never know. I meant to get my Batman out because, of course, you've seen Batman with the Turtles in the comics, but I did not get him out for some weird reason. Wasn't thinking when I was doing this video. So, well, hold on a second. I actually do have. Where did he go? Sorry, guys. I actually had it. Here it is. I have my Golden Age Batman here. I was gonna say I have my Mezco Golden Age Batman, so I'll just line him up with him. Not quite to the same effect, but you'll get the general idea if you want to see what a Batman would look like with the Ninja Turtles. So there's my Mezco Golden Age Batman, kind of with the turtles there. So you kind of get that presence, that look. So there you go. There's some comparisons there. I wish I was a little bit more prepared. I wish I'd got a few more out, but mainly, I mean, it's really hard to scale some of these Super 7 guys. Like these guys are big and they're chunky looking. I don't necessarily hate that. I mean, like in the show, I think they were a little bit, but when it's comparing to other stuff, it's they're a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more out of proportion, I guess. But they look good. I think they look super remnant of the show. I think it looks so good. Like I said, I was a big fan of 2003, and this is the first offering we've had since the original figures, so I'm excited to have them. My only complaints is, one, the articulations really, which it takes time. I know the articulation stiff, but sometimes it just feels, I don't know, it feels odd. The when I'm trying to pose them and stuff like that, trying to get them in certain ways, it's like some of the stuff feels kind of odd. But I mean, it's probably just me. Just need to get used to them. Just take some time to break them in and stuff. But one of my other complaints is the paint chipping that I have on my faces. That shouldn't have came out like that in package. I think that's rough. That's a little rough. And the fact that my Leonardo's bandana was broken, I think that kind of sucks too. And his knee pad here for some reason coming undone. So I'm gonna probably have to super glue that back in or something. Try to fix that. But other than that, that's about all the gripes I think I have for these. Like I said, they all look good. I can't wait to do some photos with them and really break them out here. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you didn't, I hope you at least found it educational, informational. I hope that if you do like my video, that you'll actually, if you did like the video, if you'll give it a like and you can comment, telling me what you enjoyed about it, and feel free, please, to subscribe. I'm trying to hit 500 500 subscribers by June or the end of June. So it would mean a lot if you could help me out and try to reach my goal. I've been really trying hard to get my YouTube channel off the ground, and that would help me just immensely. Also, I have a social media. I have social media with we have a Facebook and an Instagram. If you and Threads, if you want to hit me up on any of those, you can. Feel free. I'm constantly posting pictures, and I'm trying to answer people when I can. So please feel free to hit me up. I think that's about it, guys. So as always, I hope that you're having a good day, good night, wherever you're at. I hope you're safe, and I hope that your collecting will always be fruitful. Later, guys.